Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is Bill Eber, Success in Minutes and Unlimited Profits, bringing to you another leader in our industry. The reason that we picked Brian Wade, I've known him for quite a few years, and he really has a heart of a mentor. And we bring people here for one of two reasons. I bring you people that either understand mentorship and can actually help you along the path, and or they have a level of success in the business. If they're not documented, if they don't have some success, can't do the business, there's no sense in having them mentor you. So I know this guy. I know him for quite a few years now. I think we're going on 7 or 8 years since I first met him.
Right.
And of all the people that I know, he probably is like top 3 people I know that has a heart of a mentor. I mean, it's one thing to be a mentor and be able to do it. It's another thing to actually have a heart to mentor, and that's really what he does. I mean, even if it's not a profession, he's mentoring people. That's really his heart. So I'm going to bring him on here. He's got some success. We're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about his company a little bit. I've actually investigated his company. I don't always do that. I don't always look into the company that I talk to the person, but in this one I have, and I would definitely give it an A+ rating as far as a company. If you're looking for a home, I mean, if you're looking for a company to go with, I'm not involved in it, so it's not about me. And if you do like what you hear, we're going to give you a way to contact Brian. So Brian, welcome to the call. I got a couple questions for you.
Thank you.
Go?
All right, I'm ready, man.
All right, question number 1. I know that you are extremely talented, extremely intelligent. You can basically do anything you want in the world. I mean, if you went to school or college, you could probably ace any class. I know that you basically have potential to do whatever you want. Why did you pick network marketing as your profession?
Well, when you look at the traditional path for making money, I've spent a lot of years in corporate America. I spent a lot of years exchanging time for money, and looking back over my track record, there's times that I've made a lot of money. There's times that I didn't make as much. But when I looked at what I had for what I had invested, it was actually a little bit discouraging. And so I was looking for a different way to make money. And having spent some time in the insurance industry, I was familiar with the concept of residual income. I just never really had experienced it. And so I was really looking for a way to put residual income on my side. And I was looking to address some very specific things that were financial challenges for me and my family.
Well, I know too, because I know you so well, I know that you have a real heart for ministry and caring for people and helping homeless. And so time freedom, the flexibility to be able to do what you believe God's called you to do is probably important too.
Well, without question, I needed something that would provide an above-average income without taking all of my time. Our first and highest priority was and remains to ministry, and making a difference in people's lives with the gospel is what we do. But unfortunately, and I say jokingly, I've spent a lot of years working with homeless and addicted people. But it doesn't pay a lot of money to do that. So we needed a way to make some money without taking us away from our true passion, which is changing people's lives with the gospel.
Well, I know your current company is ACN. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And I know that just watching you and listening to you, your passion and fire was one of the things that we teach is necessary to become successful. I saw that you're rising up the ranks pretty quick. You made some quick money, more than the average guy anyway. The top 3%. Are the only ones in our profession that make good money, and you're already there. I mean, you're moving up the ranks. You got a lot of people following you. What do you think is, we talked a little bit before the call. What do you think was the primary factor? What did it take for you to get from a wannabe to actually start making money in this profession? What do you get? What do you give basic or primary reasons for that?
Well, I've been in network marketing, like many people off and on most of my life, tried different companies, never really had the success that I thought that I should have had, have been connected with some great companies along the way and some great products. And so I never really understood why I didn't have the success that I wanted to have. I worked hard, but didn't see the results. And so I found out after joining ACN, I found out that part of the reason was because I had repeated my first year in network marketing over and over again. So that's not something that I suggest that people do. But really the key element was that was missing for me was having a mentor. I never had a person who took personal interest in my success. So people come along and signed me up into the company, I've had people that couldn't even explain the company's compensation plan to me. They couldn't really even tell me about the products. I got excited about what we were doing, jumped in, and I was lost. And I feel like what the Bible says, I was blind, being led by the blind. And so, the end result of that is not good. And I have made some money here and there, but never really what I would call success. So having a mentor that has gone before you and learned to build in the company that you're going to be committed to, that is huge. It's really priceless, and it made all the difference in the world for me.
I didn't ever have one myself. I had to figure it out myself. So, once I did learn it, after people say, "How long did it take you to become successful in network marketing?" And I said, "Well, I was an utter failure for 19 years. I believed in the companies and I believed in the vision, but I couldn't figure it out. I read all the books, and they didn't actually mentor me. They talked about sales and about sales promotion. I couldn't duplicate. I didn't know what it was. So when I finally figured it out, my key to success was becoming a mentor. So helping other people get through all the hype and the smoke and the sensationalism of the company really helped. So I know you definitely have a heart for that. I know if someone were to join your team and ask you questions, you make yourself available. So let's say someone wants to find a mentor. Where would what would you look for if you were just getting started, you were going into a new company? What are the one or two things you'd look for in someone that you wanted to hook up with, and how would you get them to mentor you?
Well, I think the first thing would be finding somebody that has personal success in that company, and documented success over a period of time. There are people that get into network marketing companies and they have a lot of immediate success, but then it's not sustained. And so, you don't want somebody that rode a wave and you jumped on the wave with them. When the wave goes flat, they don't know how to keep it going. You want somebody that has some documented success over a period of time. So they've kind of, they've had the highs and they've had the lows, and they've sustained a team through that. The second thing is somebody who not only has success, but they've duplicated that success. There's people on their team who are also having success. I think that's really a key element because, in our business, you're only as good as what you can teach. And, people that are salespeople that come into our business, they can be really good at convincing somebody to buy a product, but that's really not any different than going out there and working in a regular industry where you're selling a product. The power of network marketing is leveraging, getting other people to do what you do. So being able to teach other people and having a heart and passion to see their success. I think that finding a mentor who's more interested in your success than you are, that makes all the difference in the world. When I got started with this company, the mentor that I have, he knew more about my business than I did. He would call me and talk to me. I was embarrassed because he's telling me what's going on in my business, and I was like, okay. So that was huge for me. It made all the difference in the world. In 43 days, I replaced my annual income, and it wasn't because I knew what I was doing, because I've tried this before and failed over and over and over again. It was because somebody took a personal interest in my success.
Wow, that's a good thing. So you get into a company. I always tell people that mentors want to mentor.
Yes.
They actually have that heart to do it. So you find somebody in a company. Cross-line sponsorship is forbidden in a lot of places. You can't actually see the most successful person and jump over there and join his team. So you really have to look upline for the person who's most documented in your organization, or you have to go outside. So let's say you join a company. One of the things that we teach is if you join a company and you don't have a successful upline and there are people in there and your company won't let you cross-sponsor, in other words, jump over to someone who's successful, the people like Eric Worre and Robert Hollis and the people who are outside the industry that are teaching and mentoring is really their only avenue.
Right.
You're not going to go to Brian Wade, who's busy running his organization. They're running a company with Avon or something, and they're going to call you up and say, "Hey, mentor me in my company." It's not really practical.
Correct.
As much as we want to help people, it doesn't make any sense when we're trying to build our company and our business to spend 20 hours a week with someone who's not in our organization.
Well, that's true. And, a big part of success in this business is working on yourself, that personal development. And, You know, a coach's job, I think, or a mentor's job is to bring the best out of you, but your job is to put the best in you. So you're responsible for investing in yourself, learning about the industry, learning about the business, learning about your company. You know, taking responsibility for your own success. And then if you're doing that, somebody should take a personal interest in what you're doing. And you know, I know for me personally, the failures that I've had in the past, I really didn't look upline. I really didn't. I just looked to the people that I knew, and I didn't know anybody else to talk to. I didn't have contact numbers for them. So I was kind of boxed in. So you know, like in my organization, when somebody joins my team, within 24 hours they get an email from me. So they know that I've taken a personal interest in their success. So even if the person that's personally sponsored them isn't really mentoring them, they have access to me and other great mentors on my team.
I wanted to mention something here that I really have never mentioned before, not indirectly, because we're talking about how to find a mentor in your organization. You know, guys who are successful are usually pretty busy. We call them one-arm paper hangers in a windstorm. You know, they've got 100 people trying to contact them, plus they're trying to run their own business, and they're helping people run their business. For them to actually take the time to care for somebody, there's actually something that we as mentors are looking for that will separate our contention and go spend some time with them. And for me, and I'd like to hear this from you, for me, if I put something out there, whether it's a video or a teaching or some content, or say, okay, I'd be willing to mentor you, if I see that the person goes and applies themselves with radical diligence, you know, I say go talk to 5 people a day, and they come back to me the next day and they say, but I talked to 15 people a day, I'll tell you what, they got all my attention.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that understanding the transition from corporate America, where a person gets paid by the hour, to network marketing, where you get paid for production. So I think there's a shift that has to take place in people's minds. They understand, you know, you have people that get in this business and they feel like because they've invested 20 hours, they didn't make any money, that it doesn't work. Well, the truth is we're paid for production, not for time invested. So if you have people that are producing or putting their focus on the efforts that will produce results, we're definitely going to give them a priority of our time without question, because success is not about how much time you invest, it's about what you do with your time. And in your company, you have to find the things that produce results, certainly recruiting in every one of our network marketing companies, and then bringing in customers regardless of what products or services you're offering. Those are the 2 things that produce results. All the other things people get caught up in, you know, poking around in their back office, having chats with other people on their team about how great life is going to be when they get to the top, you know, even go into training or personal development. None of those things are production oriented. So you can do all the things, you know, we say you need to work on your business, and you need to work in your business, and you need to work on yourself. So working on yourself there's no immediate payoff for that. It's a long-term thing. Working on your business, there's no production for that. But working in your business, that's production. And people that spend time working in their business, they're going to produce, and they're definitely going to get their mentors' attention and their help and support.
Yep, I agree. That's good stuff. Lastly, I want to talk about your company. You know, with all the companies out there are a lot of really good companies right now.
Right.
The companies themselves are actually starting to figure it out. You know, they're figuring out what works and what doesn't. Yours is probably one of my favorites that are out there. Why did you pick ACN? And rather than ask a bunch of questions, just tell me why you picked them. You know, what are the benefits of joining the company? What are your products? If you want to talk about the comp plan or how fast a person can make money, you can do that too. But you know, just give us an overview of ACN and why you did it.
Okay. Well, I chose ACN for a couple reasons. One, the company has a proven track record. So we're now in our 21st year of success, which is that's really phenomenal. We're going to break $1 billion this year. The company's having tremendous success. But most importantly to me, you know, there are a lot of great companies out there, but I'm just more focused on who I'm in business with rather than the company that I'm in. And so when you look at who the co-founders of ACN are, and they function with such an incredible level of integrity. That's something that I want to be connected with, because I know that if a company's run with integrity, they're going to be around for a long time. We have 3 former attorneys general that make up our legal advisory team, including Mr. Robert Steffen, who's the former president of the National Association of Attorneys General. So ACN is going to do everything legally and ethically. The co-founders themselves are spiritually, ethically, and morally grounded men. I've had the privilege of meeting each one of them personally, and listen, they're just great people. So that attracted me to the company. The fact that Donald Trump is our spokesperson, and he says great things about our company. He spends a lot of time with our founders and speaks well of them. That says volumes about who ACN is. And then what we do really is what attracted me to ACN. There's a lot of great companies out there, as you said, Bill, and most of them, you know, you're stumping a product of some kind. And I've done the lotions, potions, the magical juices, the vitamins. I've done all those things along the way. And the beautiful thing about ACN is we just offer services that everybody is already paying for. And so here's what makes it simple. In most network marketing companies, in order to get paid, in order to get a check, you have to be buying a certain amount of product. So whether it's BV or GV or whatever, PV, however they're figuring it out, you have to be personally buying a certain amount of product. And even if you're not using it, I think it's one of the things that causes people to have a sour taste when they look back at their network marketing experience, because there's a lot of people that got product in their garage and in their basement, they're selling it in their garage sales, because they had to buy this product and they're not even really using it in order to qualify to make money. Well, one of the things that separates us from everybody else is what you need to do to qualify to get paid is save money on the bills that you're already paying. And that is just like the biggest no-brainer in the world. You're going to pay them anyway. You're already doing what you need to do to get a check from ACN. So that makes it really simple. And then that paves the way for really anybody to be successful in our business. On top of that, we have, I believe, one of the best training programs in the industry, some of the best mentors, and so the success system is in place, and really it's a great track to run on if you really are looking for an opportunity.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. Some people are going to ask me, I'm just going to answer the question now, because some people are going to ask you, well, why are you promoting another company? Why are you letting someone come onto your network and promote another company? And so the short answer is I don't have competition. My goal is to help as many people as I possibly can before I die. And if my company isn't what you want to connect with, I'm going to introduce you with other mentors and other people that are not going to benefit me one dime, because it's not my goal to just be rich. My goal is to help you find the right mentors and the right person, because Brian says things in a way that I don't say. The different mentors and different companies, you may be far more interested in his product than mine. I am so happy that you find a home and you get involved in network marketing and find a mentor.
Absolutely.
It really is my goal. I don't care. I'm not gonna send you guys a link that's my affiliate link, so that if anybody signs up with Brian, I make any money. It doesn't matter. What you're gonna find around this page, depending on how you see it, is you're gonna find a direct link to Brian's site, so we can get you directly hooked up with him. I'd like to get his Facebook profile so you can friend him there. Because I'm sure that you'd be more than happy to hook up with him either on the business realm or in the spiritual realm. I trust him in both arenas. And you may also find another link off to the side that gives you access to him. Just depends on where you see it. Just put in your name and email address or contact him directly. And Brian, appreciate your time. Appreciate you as a person.
Well, thank you, Bill. I certainly appreciate you. I appreciate the friendship that we've had. And we've been a few places together. I appreciate your heart for helping people more than anything else. And the very first time I met you, I saw that heart, that mentoring, teaching heart, and that's what attracted me to you. It's what keeps me as a friend and connected to you closely. For me, I believe that network marketing is just a better way. I do believe that. And I believe there are a lot of great companies out there. Obviously, I'm going to speak highly of the company that I'm connected to, because they're doing some great things for me and my family. But I think it's important to find something that fits you. and something that you feel comfortable with, you have to believe in the company that you're representing. You have to know that they're going to be around in a few years, and you have to know that the customer service is a high priority with the company that you're with, because if we don't take care of our customers, then none of us can make any money long term. So we love network marketing. It's changed my life, my family's life. I have a 28-year-old son that was able to walk away from corporate America in just 2 years with this company, and it's been phenomenal. So
Yep.
we appreciate the opportunity to be with you, man.
All right. Thanks. Have a great day, everybody. See you on the next one.
All right. God bless you.